Okay, in here we are going to discuss the remaining two parts of Bootstrap. We have discussed a lot last 2 weeks. In here, we need to discuss how to make some pop-ups like that. We need some pop-ups in confirmation dialog boxes, and also if you need to get some additional details, and if you not confirmation but also to show some additional details, you can use these pop-ups, right? So let's go and how to find. It's under this calls models, right? So you can easily uh, find here as well models, and here it's under the JavaScript revision. This is customer, right here. You can find the model, right? This kind of thing. It's very simple. You can easily copy this part. So in here, I'm going to, as an example, I'm going to show when you click this one to get a confirmation and then submit, right? So uh, here is my form and here is my submit button. So I'm going to embed that module to the same place. There's no rule to embed to here, but if you add your model to the same place, you can easily find it, right? But normally I use templates and those things, but in here you can easily place and then make some. Don't forget to make the indentation just after. And that's all. And then because this is to call that model, we need to change the button type as button. Otherwise, it will simply submit without calling that. Then the calling part, you need to link your model to this button, right? For that, here is the simple part. This part you need to add to your model like that. Uh, Data toggle model and data target, this one, right? This is the ID of the model. So then you need to add an ID to your model, the same ID, right? You need to make the hash. Instead, you need to just mention your ID like that. This is the linking part. And then you can change models years button. Let's say this is years. You need to add the user. Then you can say submit. To match fit, you can change the color to success as well. Right. And then you can change name. No. Right. And also we can change a little bit the model's name and also model title. We can say add new user as same as your forms button, add new user. And then you can define the model body, your text. Let's say, are you sure? And simply add a break. You need to add new use, right? So then let's go and refresh. Let's see what happened. You can see, right? You may feel that we need to make some changes, specifically the size, right? Model heads on size LG, SM, like that. Here you can find the details here, model sizes, right? Uh, Here, model dialog, model LG. So let's say model dialog here. Let's say model simple, small model. I need small. I think it says SMMD and LG. There's no excess, right? You can check, right? Then let's go and refresh. Here now the size is okay. But unfortunately, there is no like buttons For example, you can see here it has matching color here and here the matching colors. In fact, there is no inbuilt this kind of color schemes. Actually, I have defined these model colors in my application. It's very simple. You need to just add the header color and those things, right? So let's try a little bit and apply. Here I need to add a bit of green color to my header section, right? To here. So to do this, we can create, actually I have already created app CSS. Here I have defined my CSS model success model header. This is the my models class. So let's apply here to my model. This is my entire model, right? This one. So let's add that class to here. My model success, right? So then let's go and check what will happen. Here you can see. So here let's examine a little bit the code. Here, this is ancestor descendant. I think you remember. This means the background color green and color this font color white apply to model header, not to model success. Model header whose model is my CSS model success. I normally preferable to use the same name as Bootstraps for the green color success, danger for the red, and one in orange, one in for the orange color, right? Because to match with the Bootstrap. Also, I usually use my CSS prefix to distinguish my class names from Bootstraps, right? In fact, I have defined your project, some of these things here you can examine under the public application for the model sections. You can easily use these class names, right? Here, my model primary, the colors, right? So that's about the model. And you can practice a little bit like that, right? So that's about the models, and also it has alerts as well. Alerts means I have used like that. Here, when you deactivate use, it displays kind of alert, right? You can find alerts here as well. It's simply simple divs, right? You can see its default colors. This one, if you, in fact, again, I have changed these colors using simple. There's no the hard CSS, right? Very simple CSS. Just use the sharp colors, because the only drawbacks I have seen in Bootstrap 3, it has a little bit not sharp colors, kind of wash out colors. But if you are preferable with these colors, you can go with these colors. Otherwise, in Bootstrap 4, 5, it has a sharp color. What I have done is I have replaced the on Bootstrap colors with these colors, right? Those colors are the sharp colors, right? So these are the things, right? And then I'm going to show how to customize. I think I have shown that last time a little bit, but in here again I'm going to show you how to customize your color theme. In fact, when you think about the customization, you don't need to customize everything, because these colors are the traffic light colors. You may need to basically change this main theme color. In here, it has kind of blue-gray combination to match with your client's theme. For example, if you develop a system to your school, the school has school's color, you can change color, right? So I will show. It's very simple. It has Bootstrap Customizer. That is why actually I have asked you to use Bootstrap 3, because otherwise to customize you have to use Sass directly for the version 4, 5, and the next future versions as well. But here again it uses Sass the CSS preprocessor to generate CSS, but in here, using the graphical user interface, you can do these things. In the customizer, you can start from the fresh default Bootstrap. Or otherwise, you can upload your previously customized version and you can cut it. In here, I have my previous version. In fact, the version related to your bit project. So here, firstly, I will show you applying this Bootstrap, this version to this default one, right? And then I will show how to customize bit project version. Okay, so let's go. Very simple. You can upload and select your config JSON file, right? In here, I'm not going to change anything because this is a predefined Bootstrap bit project version, right? What we need is go down and compile and download. It will provide a Bootstrap same way, but it includes the Bootstrap file customized according to our settings. Let's save. That is very important, right? Otherwise, the main thing is in here, you need to keep your versions. Otherwise, if you need to go back, you will lost. Right? Save, and let's go and extract. Extract all here, and then here, the file, let's go, and what we need is just Bootstrap min file. Let's rename it as a Bootstrap 1, right? Then we can easily keep it. Okay, then let's copy and let's go your project. That is your HTML project here. Let's copy to here. This is Bootstrap 1, and then change this file name to style sheet here, Bootstrap 1. Right? Okay, then save, and let's go and refresh. Now you can see these colors change, but in your menus not change a little bit. But you can see it changes drop downs, but not main. The reason is here we have defined navbar inverse, right? The black mode. So we need to change this to default. Here, now it changes. I applied bit project color theme to this one, right? So it's very simple, right? Couple of things you need to, sometimes you may feel that though you have changed, it will not apply correctly. Maybe the reason is especially your Firefox may have cached the previous. So what's the solution? The first thing, you can easily go web developer tools and check whether your correct file, that is why actually I use Bootstrap 1, and then the second version 2, 3, then browser notes, this is a new file and download. Instead, if I remove that previous file and keep the Bootstrap 1, normal Bootstrap file, the same name, it will use the cache version. However, you can find these details here, right? Here, you can reload. Now you can see CSS files has been cached, right? Which means it has uses of only its own copy. You can not only CSS, you can examine JS, fonts, everything, whether it's loaded correctly. Here, it has loaded Bootstrap 1. So if you need to get a fresh copy, you can use Control F5 to reload. Here, now it hasn't cached, right? But when you refresh again, it shows cache. That's the first thing. Sometimes even though you use Control F5, it's cache. In such case, you need to go and clear your cache history here, temporary cache files. Then you can go. In fact, this is a matter actually. Not only the CSS files, but also other external files, for example, JavaScript files. In fact, let's say you did some changes to your JavaScript file, but not applied. Maybe the validations. The reason is JavaScript files it has used cache version, even in the image files as well, right? Sometimes you may change your image. For example, let's say your logo. You have changed, but it displays the same logo. The reason is browser has cached your previous version. So for the external files, every external file type, CSS, JS, Java, the images, everything, this is true. The first troubleshooting part is come here and check whether it's cached. Otherwise, if you haven't defined the file name correctly, it will make file not found as well. So will not apply. So these things. Right? So this is how to apply these things, and also it will not apply, but in here I have added actually previously because this is the footer on footer. It takes from my own definition. Here, my CSS footer, I have added, defined these things previously, right? Here, otherwise it will not apply because Bootstrap has no built-in footer. Okay, so that's about the thing. So the special thing is you need to keep your config JSON version. So I recommend you to keep this version along with your relevant Bootstrap version like that. Here. Then when you need, you can use this config file and don't forget when you get one, keep the previous versions because if you need to go back, you can go, right? Okay, so then I'm going to use this one to customize this Orbit project, right? So when you experiment, you need to do some experiment with project, better to get a copy and as I mentioned previously. Okay, so let's go and in fact, I don't need to re-upload because as you see, I have used the same file, right? So what you need to change? It is a lot of parameters you can change, but I advise you don't need to do a lot of. Even you can change the breakpoints, most of the settings, but not all the settings. Right? For example, as I mentioned, there is no built-in facility to define your own danger model colors, success colors. You need to write some additional codes to match with, right? But most cases it's available, right? But in here, to change the color scheme, you need to change only the base color. This is the theme base color I have added, and it has the variations to that color because you can see here it has the little bit darker version of with this color and those things, right? And also I have defined the primary colors, success colors, these colors. Actually, what I have done is I have replaced Bootstrap 3 colors with Bootstrap 4, 5 with sharp colors. You can go with these colors. And when you change, actually you need to change only this place. Unless you need a specific need to change other values, right? So what you need is you can just go down and check, right? It has the border radius and those kind of things, shadows, everything. If you need specific thing, you can even ask ChatGPT to find for you, and otherwise you can ask me as well. Okay, so let's change here in my color because I have a kind of purple color. So let's use that one as an example. Here, I need to change. I need to add hash in front of. Okay. Now it's only the place I need to change. Let's go down, compile and download. Here, let's replace the previous one. Okay. Let's read this one. Sorry, acceleration down. extract all here, this one here, the file you need to keep CSS. This file I'm going to use again, will rename as bootstrap1. Okay, right, let's copy and let's go to our project now. Not this project, our main project, bit project, where you can find its public folder under the source files. Here, public folder, under CSS, you need to paste this file. Okay, now it's okay. So now you need to change the accessing point, the CSS calling part. It's under the, because this is CodeIgniter, right? Under the app folder, it has view, and under view you have seen that you can find the templates, and then it has headers. In headers, it has the access to Bootstrap. Here, let's go and change as Bootstrap 1. Let's go and check. Here you can see, right? But here the footer hasn't changed because it's on our own one. If you need, you can find the application CSS here in public, application CSS, which provides the main colors I have used, and also some additional changes you can see for Bootstrap, like that, to define extra text areas and those things. Here I have used my prefix. Here, Bootstrap date picker color changes, right? Some modifications not allowed in customizer to change table section as well. And there are some bit 2022 these things. You can replace these things with the my, right? Right here, my modules sections and tab sections, panels and everything's here. You can check and use these things. Very simple CSS I have used. So here is the footer section. You can see the background color, and you can replace that background color with a purple color if you need. So let's go and take this color, kind of this, right? And okay, let's replace, save, and here it doesn't change. Why? The reason is cache. So let's use Control F5 instead. So it's very simple, right? If you think you need to change these colors accordingly, we can do these things later. This is sample. So that's all about the Bootstrap, right? Again, if you need to do some changes, I advise you to do a copy, right? Keep this original bit project without any changes, right? And otherwise, you will not find the versions, right? However, the thing is, if you need some changes, otherwise, if you need some changes, what you need is to upload your configuration file and keep that file with your current Bootstrap version. So when you need to, if you need to change some things, then you can go and do that, right? So experiment with these things, and that's about the Bootstrap actually. So I'm not going to explain jQuery. Let's discuss next day, because unfortunately almost all of you are absent today. That's why I think to make the recording. So that's about the today's lesson. And again, it's not a good practice to absent. Please try to join classes as much as possible. And the other thing is you need to complete your functional requirements and your schedule and also your progress as well, and study these things as well. Then next day we can discuss jQuery a little bit and PHP and coding. And then I think in the middle, from the middle of the January, you can start your development, right? So these things. And okay, then thank you.